Today I want to try something a little different. Today I want to respond to an email that I received recently. I want to go ahead and read the email, and I have the writer's permission, and it will be anonymous. But I just kind of want to read over it because I got this email from a lady who's in her 40s, young lady in her 40s. I'm 60, and I was so impressed with her attitude and the way that she's handling the breakup and the thing that I wanted to share that with you guys that are watching. Anyway, folks, I am Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Going to ask, if you're new to the channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button? When you do that, I ask you to tick the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I upload new videos. Also, I'd like to ask you to like and share the video. Check the comments down below. Leave a comment down below. And check the description below the video. Have some free ebooks and some other information, some book recommendations down there that I think you ought to check out. In full disclosure, they are Amazon affiliate links. If you do buy the book through the link, I pick up a few bucks. Anyway, let's get into the content. I'm going to have to look away here because I got to read this email from you. But I'm going to go ahead and read through this email, and I want to comment on it as I go. Okay? Just kind of give you my thoughts on the matter. First of all, hello, Jim. I've watched your class content and really like your simple delivery. Thank you very much. What you say resonates with me. I'm writing here about my ex. It's a little long, although I will try to keep it precise. I value your insight and would very much appreciate a response. Thank you very much again. I dated a guy 2 years ago. He initially showed a lot of interest, pursued hard with heavy investment for around 3 months. We got on straight away and I became very fond of him. He told me how physically attracted he was to me and commented about how well we got along. We did a lot of enjoyable different things together, and there was a good vibe and chemistry between us. However, a few months in, he said he was confused and couldn't commit. When challenged about where we were at, in hindsight, I probably should have walked away at this point, okay? But I didn't want to and thought it was worth continuing. Now, a lot of people get to this point. You get some red flags somewhere down the road, and you're like, maybe this is the point where I walk away. She didn't, and I understand. She had some investment in this thing, and she kind of maybe wanted to ride it out. A lot of us are there. I found myself there many times myself, where I thought maybe I should walk away, but let's go ahead and give this a little bit another shot. He then made much more effort, again, and things were pretty good, but then started backpedaling and eventually went cold. He ended it by text. Now here, folks, I got to be honest with you. If you're gonna end a relationship, if you've been together any length of time, if you've been together for a week, there's nothing wrong with shooting a text going, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you've been together and you have any investment in a relationship, ending it by text or a phone call is just not my preferred way of doing it. I think that seriously, you owe that person a face-to-face, hey, listen, this just isn't working out for me. So the fact that he ended it by text kind of tells me a lot about his character. Again, he's not ready to commit. He doesn't feel like he's ready to commit. He gets so far down the road, this lady gets deep into his heart, and he gets scared. And a lot of people are like that. So he ended it by text stating that I should find someone who could invest more time and energy. And in parentheses, he's a divorcee and self-employed. I was hurt and angry and immediately went into no contact. Good for you. Good for you. This was so cold, I ignored his slight attempts to communicate with me a few days later and over many months. I think that's good. She was hurt. This guy ended this shit by text, which is just kind of rude to me. She's hurt. She's confused. She doesn't know what to do. And she didn't respond back to him. And I think that's a good thing to do. In a case like this, she kind of let him know how she feels. Love that attitude. I do see him socially as we mix in similar circles. Over time, I have been able to be cordial, but aloof. Wonderful. She's cordial, she's friendly, she's not, treating him like he's an asshole. She's not mean to him, she's not ugly to him. She's friendly and she's nice. And that's the way that you should be. You need to be to a position where you can actually treat your ex that way. I don't do social media, and there's no scope for communication via this medium, which personally I think is great. I do Facebook. I log on about once a month just to realize why I don't do Facebook. So anyway, not a big social media fan. Now here's something that I want. This next paragraph, which just really kind of caught my attention. I'm attractive, confident, and always been in great shape and carry myself very well. I've maintained my fitness, healthy lifestyle, and have a good balance of work, family, friends, and an active social life. Okay? She's not arrogant. She's not saying, trust me, I get emails, I'm hot as hell. I don't know why the hell, what's wrong with this guy? No, she's saying she's attractive. She's confident. She's maintaining her healthy lifestyle. She's, and she has a good balance of friends, family, and social activities. I think that's wonderful. That's a great place to be. That's where, if you're in a breakup, this is the perfect place to be. Okay? You may hurt some, but this is a great place to be, really. I've been on dates, but haven't met anyone special. I do feel ready to date, but rather want quality over quantity. I couldn't say that better myself. She wants quality. She wants someone good. She doesn't want to just date a bunch of guys that are, random guys. She wants someone good. She knows what she wants. She wants a relationship. I believe I've healed a lot since, and I always try to learn and grow. Oh my God, right there. One of my basic teachings is working on yourself, because self-improvement is never a waste of time. Here's a woman who has invested in herself. She invested time into a relationship that did not work out, but she's investing this time, and she's also investing energy in herself, becoming a better version of herself. That's where we need to be. That's the goal. If you're in a breakup, and even if you're trying to get your ex back, not trying to get your ex back, that's the goal that you want to be. You want to be working on yourself, trying to become a better version of you. He has complimented me on my appearance, especially the first time he saw me, about 4 months after I went no contact. He is always friendly and flirts with me and shows jealousy over other guys. So he's not really moved on completely, or he just wants to hang on in some way or another. And she actually gets into that a little bit better. A few months ago, he gave me a lift home and showed a lot of interest and curiosity. He was reminiscing and said, we can be friends and you're welcome to come by. Now, I love her answer. She said, I played it cool and wanted to ascertain his real interest. My response was that I don't do friends and I'm not interested in casual. I am still attracted to him, but cautious as I have still lingering feelings, which is not uncommon depending on how long they were together and whatnot. I'm only interested in a relationship. If we were to get back together, and it would have to be a new start. Something I recommend all the time. If you and your ex don't make any changes, you can get back together, and a month down the road, you'll find yourself in the same broken relationship that you got out of a while back. So good for you. I mean, this is the ideal, realistically, people. I read this email and I'm just like, there's not much I can help you with. You're on the right path. I have suggested coffee to catch up properly, but as yet that hasn't happened. He was as usual around me when I saw him about 1 month ago. However, more recently I saw my ex out with someone else. I told him that I am leaving him to it, as I don't play games, setting my boundaries, important. But I'll be honest, it stung. Seeing him, she was all over him, but I kept it classy. Now here's the thing. This new girl that this guy is with was hanging all over him from what she's saying here, which kind of tells me she probably feels a little threatening, which probably indicates that this guy is talking about his ex, this girl, way too much, and she's hearing way too much, or they're in the bar, or they're wherever they are, and they see each other, and all of a sudden this girl's hanging all over. That's her way of saying, I'm insecure, he's mine now, stay the hell away, okay? If that happens to you, you can actually take that as a compliment, because that means that dude's talking about her, and this new girl feels very threatened. I can still feel the chemistry and attraction between us. The new girl looked a little nervous around me, almost intimidated, which she probably was. He did not introduce us. He approached me during the evening when she wasn't around and insisted on buying me a drink. I reminded him that we were not friends, good for you, and added that I know he understands why. He laughed it off, but I could tell he didn't like it. Of course he didn't like it. Then he told me not to burn my bridges, and she said, what does that mean exactly? I'll tell you what I think that means, and I could be very wrong, but I think that means that he wants to hang on to her as a backup option, just in case something else doesn't work out, I don't know, was he booty call, whatever. He wants to hang on to her as a backup option. He's not ready to let that go, which tells me that he really hasn't moved on. He may have moved on physically, he may, and whatnot like that. He's dating somebody else, but he hasn't really moved on. He is still holding on to the fact that maybe somewhere down the road. And she addresses that later too. I'm not sure I even want him back, and certainly do not wish to stroke his ego. Good for you. I'm really trying to move on, looking to date others, but still emotionally a bit attached. Not uncommon. I mean, it's been a couple of years, but still, it's not uncommon. You meet somebody. I have feelings for people that I dated years ago. Still, I wouldn't go back to them at this point because I'm in a perfect relation. Well, I'm in a damn good relationship right now, but I wouldn't go back to them even if this relationship failed. But I still have some feelings there. The mother of my children, for instance. I mean, we're gonna be pinned together for life because we have two children together. I've come a long way since the breakup. I find his behavior confusing. I've never experienced a situation like this with an ex before. Yes, of course, I'm the one that matters, but I'm not sure what he wants from me. He rejected me, and I've had to deal with that and wouldn't want to experience that from him again. Good for you. See, you know what the past holds. The past does not always equal the future, but if he's not really made any changes, and it doesn't sound like he has, she has. She's really put herself out there and really worked on herself, rolled up her sleeves and done the work on herself to become a better person. Is his behavior residue feelings, control-based, hot and cold, or does he think I'm his backup plan? And she ends with this: I am nobody's option. God bless you. That's the attitude you have to have. I'll put it to you this way. If I'm not number one, I'm at the bottom of the list because I'm going to take myself out of the running. If I'm not your priority, now, that said, my girlfriend's a single mother and obviously her children have to come first. I get that. But when it comes to romance, if I'm not your number one option, I'm no option at all. And I love her attitude there. Anyway, folks, I wanted to share this email because there's some things in here. She was with a guy, didn't look like he could commit. But he doesn't want to throw her out either because he doesn't want to burn that bridge. She's telling her not to burn that bridge, which to me comes across as kind of arrogant, saying, "Hey, baby, I'm the best damn thing that's ever happened to you. Don't burn this bridge." Why not? Why the hell not? There's plenty of other bridges out there, trust me. But anyway, folks, I wanted to share this because this woman inspired me when I got this email. She's very healthy. My advice back to her, I kind of answered some of her questions, but basically I told her, you're in a great place. You're on the right path. I mean, this is the attitude that we need to have. And I wanted to share that with the viewers because it is out there, people. It is possible. You can get to that point. And there's so many people. I understand you're desperate. You're hurting right now, and you don't think you'll ever get beyond it. Trust me, you will get beyond it, and you will be better for the experience. Anyway, folks, again, Jim Miller helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'll put some videos up in the corner here at the end. And check down the description down below. And leave a comment. If there's something you want me to talk about, leave a comment. As far as emails and comments, I'm trying to respond now. I'm kind of backlogged, and I was, because of an illness, I've kind of been out of it a little bit. And hopefully I'm trying to catch up on all of those things. Anyway, folks, again, Jim Miller helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Or how about live a better love story? Have a great day. Thank you.